Hi, welcome to Coffee Tips. My name is Todd Carmichael, and today the subject is how to geek at home the easy way with the French press. So let's get going. You'll need a few things to do that. To start with, a French press, as well as some hot water, or in this case, a kettle, a grinder, a scale, and finally, some whole bean coffee. I've chosen Workout. It's an Ethiopian coffee and it's one of my favorites, but you can use anything. There's lots of reasons to use the French press. One of the reasons is, well, it's the easiest way to brew coffee at home, period. You pour a little water over some grinds, you wait 4 minutes, and you plunge it, and voila, you've got a beautiful cup of coffee. And ultimately, if you respect some ratios, and I'll show you how to do it, you can completely geek out. You know, all those coffees that have all those hidden nuances in them, you can find them with the French press. So to recap, we have the French press, I have the kettle so I can make hot water, I have a beautiful burr grinder here to grind my beans into a grind of coffee, finally I have a scale, because this is all about ratios, so I have to measure out the coffee, and finally, my coffee of choice. First thing you want to do is put your cup on top of the scale and tear it out. Then, pour your coffee beans in.
For this recipe, I'm going to use 45 grams of coffee, respecting the ratio of 1 to 17. You'll want to start with fresh whole bean coffee, like this. Then grind it to a coarseness slightly coarser than table salt. So after scaling our beans, we put them into the grinder and grind them. Next thing you need to do is put the French press on the scale. Reset the scale to 0.
So now, we add our coffee.
In this case, it's 45 grams of coffee. After you do that, set the scale at 0 again. Now I'm pouring in my hot water and starting my timer. It's very important that you stick with the ratio of 1 gram of coffee to 17 grams of water. That is the golden ratio, the single most important ratio in all of coffee.
Now, there's a lot of bad habits that you take with the French press. They're just things that are almost like old wives' tales on how to brew a great French press. And one of them is you have to use really, really dark roasted coffee. This is absolutely untrue. Any sort of coffee, any coffee that you prefer to get the best flavors out of can be used in the French press. Some people say that you should agitate it or you should stir it. This is absolutely not true. That's wives' tale. Don't touch it. The coffee knows how to brew itself. Say nearing the end of your brew cycle, so this is 3 minutes and 45 seconds, so I know I have 15 seconds to go. I'm going to remove the French press from the scale. I'm going to take my pump, piston, filter, I'm going to put it in, assemble everything, and in 3, 2, 1, I slowly push down, not too fast, not too hard, nice and slow, until it reaches the bottom. And as soon as it reaches the bottom, that is the dinner bell. It is time to enjoy a cup of French press coffee. Oh, nice. Oh. And that's how you geek out the French press way. So let's get going. First, the French press. The first thing you'll need, well, is a French press. Like that, that's startling. Second thing you'll need is, is an assistant under the table, or a kettle, like this. The fifth thing, coffee beans. Oh, you're gonna do this 100 times. Oh, dude. That you should catch when thrown at you. How tight are you? Not on my face, are you? And if grinds don't bother you, then French press. I'm acting. Pretty good, huh?